Millions of Americans are confused about hearing aids, and since October is National Protect Your Hearing Month, we welcome Dr. Jodi Conter, who is a hearing expert, to show us and help us so that we can learn a little bit more about hearing aids. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Well, I will say, the whole hearing aid world, the more I learn about it, it can be confusing, especially with those advertisements you see on TV. I mean, where can people begin if they think that they may have a problem?
People come into our office with stacks full of things that they pulled out of the newspaper and come in and going, I don't understand any of this. And so many of the ads are so confusing. There's wall-to-wall information, unbelievable prices listed, and the average consumer knows that is not correct. How could this possibly be? So they're not stupid about it, but they are confused. And so they come in and sit down and say, can you explain some of this to me? One of the ads has a little tiny microchip on a finger, and it says, this is the smallest processor that goes in the ear. The patient wants to know, how do I get that back out of my ear once I've put it in there?
That's a fair question.
Yes, it's not explained that it's in a hearing aid, and then they have something to grab onto. So bring your questions in. The most important thing is to sit down one-on-one with an audiologist and ask the questions that you have. If you have ads, bring them in and say, can you explain this to me? We're more than happy to go over everything. Our job is to educate, not just to help people hear better.
Well, say that you do see some of these ads. Say you see a price per se, and you're like, this is the price I want to be able to pay. How can you help patients who are concerned? Because I know price is extreme when it comes to hearing aids.
Absolutely. And we have a wide range of prices from $490 to up to $3,000 for one hearing aid. Every price in between. There are so much different levels of technology that we have to choose from. So when we sit down, we look at lifestyle and budget when we try to find a solution for each individual, and it is not the same for everyone. And maybe your lifestyle doesn't match your budget. So my job is to find the best solution that will fit your budget.
So if you do have to kind of give shopping tips, I feel funny to bring up shopping tips,
if
you will,
absolutely.
But what are some tips that you may have for those?
Well, know who you're going to. There's a wide variety of options to see, to go to get hearing aids, and people don't understand the differences. You have hearing instrument specialists, you have doctors of audiology, and people just think audiology in general. It's a very large education difference. A doctor of audiology has 8 years of schooling, plus their experience. A hearing instrument specialist in Florida has 6 months training and a test. So if you're going and you really want to get a diagnostic evaluation and find out where your hearing loss is coming from, what is causing it, I would see an audiologist for certain. That is, let's get to the bottom of why do you have a hearing loss? Do you have a hearing loss? People come in all the time going, I don't really think I have a hearing loss, but my family says, oh my goodness, this has got to stop.
It's all about the family.
You're the last person to know that you have a hearing loss, so let's find out what's going on before we even look at solutions.
Great. Good advice. Well, for more information on how Gardner Audiology can help you, just give them a call or visit their website. All the information is right there on your screen.